Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about what it actually means to live a healthy life. We're always hearing about quick fixes or some kind of magic solution. But the truth? It's really more of a journey. And that journey, well, it all starts with one simple question. I mean, who doesn't want more energy, right? More vitality, a longer, happier life. It's so tempting to think there's just one magic pill out there that'll fix everything in one go. But what if the answer isn't in a pill at all? So here's the honest truth. There is no magic pill. And you know what? That's actually fantastic news because the real secret to a healthy life, it's way simpler, it's more accessible, and honestly, it's a lot more empowering than you'd think. Okay, so this brings us to our first really big mindset shift. Health isn't some destination you just arrive at. It's the path you're walking every single day. And when you think of it like a journey, it kind of takes the pressure off. It's not about being perfect, it's about making progress, one little step at a time. But let's be real, why does being healthy sometimes feel like so much work? Well, to get that, we need to take a quick step back in time. The world we're living in right now is just fundamentally different from the one our bodies were built for. And that means being healthy isn't automatic anymore. It's a choice we actually have to make. Just think about this contrast for a second. For our ancestors, life was movement. They had to move to survive, to find food, to get work done. But our lives today, they're all about convenience, technology, which means a whole lot of sitting. See, health used to just be a natural side effect of living. Now, it's something we have to be intentional about. And look, this shift didn't happen overnight. We're talking centuries. Back in ancient times, people moved all day long. Then the industrial era kicked in, life got way more comfortable, and we started moving less. And now, our world of screens and delivery apps basically begs us to be sedentary. The goal isn't to go back in time, of course. It's about finding a new, more mindful balance for our future. So, the big question is, how do we find that balance in our crazy modern world? Well, we start with the absolute basics. Think of it like the 80-20 rule. You focus on the few things that give you the biggest bang for your buck. So let's dive into that 80% you absolutely cannot ignore, your body's core needs. All right, so that huge 80%, it really boils down to just three physical pillars: the food you eat, how you move every day, and the quality of your sleep. Seriously, get these right and you are most of the way there. That other 20%, that's the mental and social stuff, and it's what ties it all together. We'll get to that in just a bit. Let's kick things off with that first pillar, food. And the analogy here is just perfect. Think of your body like a car. It's simple, really. The kind of fuel you put in it is going to directly determine how well it runs, day after day. And listen, fueling your body does not have to be complicated. In fact, the simplest advice is usually the best. I'm sure you've heard this one. Eat the colors of the rainbow. It's because every color represents different vitamins and nutrients. So when you load up on all kinds of fruits and veggies, you're giving your body that diverse, high-quality fuel it's craving. Okay, next up, we've got movement. And it is so important that we reframe what this means. This isn't about punishing yourself with workouts, unless, that's your thing. For most of us, it's just about finding activities every day that get your body moving and honestly, just make your heart happy. So what's a good target to shoot for? It's so simple. Just 30 minutes. That's it. A simple 30-minute walk every day is enough to make a huge difference for your heart, boost your mood, and ramp up your energy. It's honestly one of the most powerful and easy habits you can possibly build. And that brings us to the third pillar of our foundation, sleep. Oh man, we so often treat sleep like it's some kind of luxury, but it's a flat-out biological need. This is the non-negotiable time when your body is doing its most important work. I'm talking repairing cells, locking in memories, and just recharging your batteries for the next day. And the science on this is crystal clear. For most adults, that magic number is somewhere between 7 and 8 hours a night. Anything less than that, day after day, and you're basically cutting short your body's essential repair time. You're just leaving yourself running on fumes. Here's a great way to think about it. Sleep is literally the most powerful reset button you have. And pushing that button every single night, it's one of the best things you can possibly do for your health in the long run. Okay, so we've got our 80% physical foundation locked in. Now let's talk about that final 20%, the part that ties everything together. And that is the incredible connection between your mind and your body. The thing is, you just can't separate the two. Your physical health and your mental state are totally intertwined. Stress and anxiety, they aren't just in your head, they have real physical effects on your body.
And that's exactly why when you calm your mind down, your body has a chance to follow.
And hey, managing that stress doesn't mean you have to completely overhaul your life. Sometimes the most powerful tools are actually these simplest ones. Just talking to friends, taking a few minutes to meditate, or even just stopping for a second to take a few deep breaths. All right, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about the history, the physical foundation, that mind-body connection. And I get it, that can feel like a lot to take in. So where do you even start? The answer, thankfully, is beautifully simple. You start with just one small change. This right here might be the most important takeaway from this whole thing. You have got to forget about being perfect. The goal is not to change your entire life in one day. The goal is just to start. So let's make this super practical, right here, right now. Step 1, just pick one thing. That's it. Don't try to change everything all at once. Maybe it's just drinking one more glass of water today, or maybe it's going to bed 30 minutes earlier tonight. Honestly, what you choose matters less than the simple act of starting. And really, the only time to start is right now, today. And that right there is the real secret to a healthy life. It isn't about one giant leap. It's about 1,000 tiny steps. It's about a series of small, mindful choices that, when you add them all up over time, create the life you really want to live. So the only question left, and it's the most important one, is this: what's the one small change you're going to make today?